I had a I had a video or audio, whatever the fuck this is. I had one planned that was about how some jackass on the internet called me a white knight because I said dudes were assholes in a video about a woman getting sexually harassed online about some shit. But at least not today. I'm not going to be making that. The reason I'm not going to be making that is because I am not in a particularly good mood enough to fucking do that. It's since this thing here doubles as a journal for my thoughts. I have some fucking thoughts to get out. I've just come to the realization that I'm pretty much a coward. Um, because I'm pretty certain that if I didn't have a belief that there is a hell and that it's really a not nice place, if I didn't have my kid, I don't think I'd be here. And when I say I don't think I'd be here, I mean I would have fucking killed myself. Especially after living the way that I've been living. Um, I don't feel well. I wouldn't say most of the time. A lot of the time, I don't feel well physically. Emotionally, I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty fucking tired because I've been failing at damn near everything that I've gone to do ever since I got fired from a shit job years ago. I actually I think I've been failing since before that because I went to school. I went to school to be a programmer. And when I left school, I was a very shitty programmer. I had a lot of debt, not a whole lot of skill. And so, eventually, after leaving school, after trying to be a programmer and realizing that I fucking sucked, despite getting A's in my courses, I I went for any job that I could take. Um, and so I landed at Gladson, and then things split into two. I met wonderful, wonderful people. I also met wonderful people in college, one of whom I married. um, but yeah, I met wonderful people, but the work itself was pretty shit. And even, let me move my chair. Even when I tried to do another job within the building that wasn't shit, I was denied. I was denied. I was pretty much constantly denied. Um, so then I get shit canned, and everyone tells me because of how I used to draw during breaks. like lunch breaks and shit, and I would come up with these characters and concepts and stuff. So when I got shit canned, people would tell me, chase your dreams. Go ahead, chase your dreams. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, shit wasn't fine. It wasn't fine at all. I would do things. I would, sorry about that. I would make drawings. I would, write stuff. Try to, cobble together a resume, send it out. And, nothing, well, not even really, just nothing came of it. So then, I went back to trying to just get any old job, just something. And I couldn't get hired. Couldn't get hired for shit. Years. I had a wife at the time who was relying on me. And then some really good blessings came to her and helped her out. And then she was able to support us both. But I was always trying. So then we come up with the plan. Going with the plan where I'll go back to school. I'll go back to school. I'll go for what I'm good at. I'll go for doing stuff in Photoshop and sketching and whatnot. And I'll go and I'll enjoy it. And then when I leave, things will work out. And I remember going through the schooling process. There was a point where I told my wife, I told her to trust me. I told her to trust me because I had it. And that I was going to be fine when I got out. Because when I went to college the first time, I took it serious, kinda. But I think that the reason that I left a shitty programmer is because I didn't really go that extra step. When I went to college the second time, I went the fucking third step. I did. Like, if I had an idea, I did it. I absolutely fucking, I went all the way in. They told me to animate like 30 seconds worth of song lyrics. I did over 2 minutes. They told me to animate like a 5 or 6 second thing where you rotoscope the whole, like you rotoscope a character out of something. Mine was an entire fucking Netflix ad. Like I in most of my assignments, there were some where I just didn't understand them, where, I kind of understood, but I didn't really understand because the concept was new. On some of those, I kind of shook up a little, but I still tried, But the ones I got, I fucking went all in. There was a final where they were saying, write the textbook that you would have wanted to have been given for this class. And I wrote in I guess you could call it a novella. I don't know. It was a long form story that had a satisfying conclusion, bunch of characters, research and explanations throughout. My teacher loved it. Bust my ass at that school. I graduated last May, early last May. And it is now June 10th of the next year, and I've still not been able to find a steady gig. You know, I've gotten like a poster thing, and through a friend of mine, I got some stuff going like now, but I've always been honest with my wife. I told her I would never lie to her, and I feel like when I told her to trust me, that I was unknowingly fucking lying, because I have been failing at this shit ever since I got out of school. And it's not through a lack of trying. It's through no lack of focus. I just feel like this isn't the world for me. Like I like the people who are listening to this, I really appreciate. I really do. You don't understand. The people who listen to this and the people who are in my life who don't, they mean the world to me. It's just I'm sitting here and I'm just fucking wrecked because I don't feel like I belong here. And the problem with that is that I've always felt that way. I felt that way ever since I was a child, but I've always suppressed it. I've always held that down. I always thought that if I just acted like, well, not that I knew what I was doing. I take pride in knowing what I'm doing, but if I just acted as if I was a person who belonged, that eventually I would just become a person who does. And I feel like that's no longer real. I don't feel I don't want to say I don't feel hopeful, but I guess feelings aren't really fact, so I guess I don't feel hopeful. I do have responsibilities. I have responsibilities to be on this earth. But I feel like my body and I have never been all that close of friends. Seeing as how I got fucking thyroid disease at a damn teenage level. Well, like when I was a teenager, like it's just, and everything's just been going downhill from there. Like there's that, there's me not being able to find or be accepted into good employment, and then there's the whole thing where it's like I have friends who are really close, but I've tried to be a lot more people's friends, and that shit just didn't go anywhere. Like, I've wanted to be friends with a lot more people than I am friends with. And each one just feels like a failure. And it sucks. Because I've always made it a point to be right to people. Like, I'm not always the nicest or the best person, but I've tried my hardest to always be right when it comes to people. And a lot of the time it's just not returned. Like, that's part of the whole, me not feeling like I belong, because I think that there are certain causes and effects that I think should happen that just don't. Like, if you work hard, then you should succeed. And so I work hard, and it just doesn't. I work hard to fail. I work hard to sit with nothing but what I've been given, and just having earned nothing but a fucking graduation rope that's sitting on a fucking Ethernet cable that I probably collecting all kinds of dust, because I don't fucking understand. I don't understand this world. And so when I say that I probably wouldn't be here and that I would have killed myself, that would be why. It has nothing to do with the people in my life. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with, like, just everything to do with just, I don't think that this is the time that I should be around. Like, I don't feel like this is the proper place for me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going through a lot. Shit's going down. I know this ain't funny. I know. I know it's not. But this is talking shit. It's not talking funny shit all the time. I don't know. I really do. I want my son to be proud of me, because I didn't have a dad to be proud of. I mean, I did have a dad, but I didn't have one to be proud of. I had a jackass, and I went over that, so I'm not going to do it now. But I can't do that to him. And I could never knowingly take myself out because of what it would do to him. But what just bothers me is that, there ain't much else keeping me here, aside from not wanting to burn and that boy. And it's not because of inadequacy. It's because I truly feel like this world was not set up to have me in it. I fight against the machine, I fail. I try to go with the machine, I fail. It just... And that's the thing. Like, people tell you, like, don't give up. Don't quit. And I haven't. I haven't. And that's what makes this feel so not pointless, but so hopeless, because I haven't. If I were the type of person who just gave up on shit immediately, then I would have this coming. You know, like, oh, well, you never gave it enough of a chance, and, you know, that sort of shit. And that type of stuff, I get. Sometimes you start doing something, and you're like, oh, man, what the fuck? I don't like this. And then, you know, like you get to the point where it's just like, I don't even want to fucking be doing this, so I'm just gonna stop. And I've been there. But it's like that's another piece of advice that I took, and it just still doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Like I genuinely feel like I'm living in a perpetual nightmare that I can't wake up from. Because none of the pain, none of the frustration, none of it has any foreseeable positive outcome. You know, like that's the thing about nightmares, is that when you're in one, it feels like it can never end. There's nothing that can be like, if you're getting chased through the forest, you don't just happen upon like a fucking helicopter and escape. No, you are being chased until you wake up or there's a transition. You know, like that it doesn't just stop. It feels like it goes on and on and on. And I've been in this shit for so many years. To say that I don't know what to do would be an understatement. Quite an understatement. I am completely lost. And so I do everything that I have an interest in. Because I'm just waiting for one day for somebody to just choose me. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for a person who needs to hire to just choose me. And let me just come work for them. And let me be good enough to get a shot. Just a shot. You know, it's all just fucking weird. It's just weird. Like, I don't understand. Like, I really make an effort to be nice to people. I don't always succeed, but I make an effort to be nice to people. And then those people are just like, I feel like they forget about me. You know? What's up, dear?
You're recording?
I am.
Can you pause?
I can stop. I'll just cut this out later.
I don't think I want to be recorded.
Alright. So, I just got interrupted. Had a whole long conversation. And pretty much lost my train of thought. Ain't that some shit? Okay, so, I mean, I don't know. I guess I suppose I can close by by saying that I wish the best. I I wish the best for anybody who knows me, who listens to this or doesn't listen to it. I want the best for you, primarily because I don't want anyone to have felt this way. I don't want anybody to feel the way that I feel here. Son of a bitch. Hey, oh goodness. People are in a fucking thing arguing. Arguing about shit. I don't fucking care. I don't, just put the shit on silent, set it off the side. Alright. Why do I keep getting interrupted? But yeah, like I wish the best for you because this feeling fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks and it's really frustrating, and I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I assure you. My fears and responsibilities are stronger than ever. I'm not wavering or anything like that. I'm not in that bad of a place. It's just difficult and it's frustrating. And I'm hoping, like I said on a status update recently, that I'm just sorry because I think about all the shit that I'm going through, and I know that everyone else is going through the same level of shit, if not more, and that I'm sorry for that. And I truly am. It's not because I caused it directly or anything. Hell, not even really indirectly. But I'm sorry because these sorts of things happen, and there's truly nothing you can do about it. Life can really fucking suck. It can really be glorious and grand. I'm not taking that away from anybody or anything. There are things to fight for, but it can really fucking suck. And it's on those times my hope is that you'll find something to pull you through and keep you going and keep you carrying on, because this shit is rough. And I just hope that we're all in this together. You know, if anybody who hears this ever wants to talk to me or anything about whatever shit might be going on in their lives or anything like that, please feel free. I am never going to be too big to talk things out with people. Now, there could be a way where I can't talk to everybody. But that's probably a long way off. But there's never going to be a point where I can't talk to anybody, you know. And I'm always happy if I'm in a position to help someone. I'm always happy to. So just let me know. And thank you for listening to this, albeit not so hilarious thing that I've made here. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate being able to get my thoughts out into the verse, so to speak. With that said, that's pretty much all I got. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you again soon.